Hi, everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek. We are back again for a very exciting Warp Tuesday. I decided this Warp Tuesday we are going to focus on one thing and one thing alone, which is going to be Star Trek Voyager. Um, Star Trek Voyager is a very special Star Trek show. Um, well, for me at least, and I would say probably for a lot of other people. Now, I came up as a TNG fan mainly, and then from there went over into Voyager, and then when I was younger, I did not watch Deep Space Nine as it premiered, but I did watch Voyager as it came out. And then, there was a period of time during my teens where I was kind of off of it entirely. And then I came back, and when I came back to everything, we watched everything again, right? We went through the whole shebang. Deep Space Nine, that was a great rewatch. But what I find is that more often than not, when I sit down and I'm looking to watch something, I will put on Voyager. And specifically, just random Voyager episodes. Whatever happens to be playing on the live channel at the time, and just sit down and watch. And I found that is where I'm going for like my comfort TV now, right? And I wanted to do this particular Warp Tuesday because, in addition to watching a lot of Voyager recently, we are also now reading a Voyager novel, which has been fantastic. My favorite kind of Star Trek books are the ones that you jump into, and when you're reading it, it reads like you are getting into a missing episode that you've never seen before. And that's just what I'm getting with Melissa Scott's The Garden. And as you can see, I am doing a bang up job of it too. Just a few days in, and we're hitting the halfway point here later on tonight with this bad boy. And I'm even doing a good job of keeping some notes this time. And I got a sticker. Look, sweet sticker, right? Anyway, so and also I knew this, but I didn't really talk about it. But this year is the 30th anniversary of Voyager, which premiered January 16th of 1995. 30 years. 1995 was 30 years ago. That can't be. But it's true. And we're going to talk today about Voyager. And as you can see here on the screen, right there, you've got this very, very, very lovely and very much 1990s cast photo, which we will even give its full due here so we can fully enjoy it. As you can see, everybody here is fully engaged with their fantastic 90s tech. Take a look at the webcam that they've got there. This is from, I think, Parade magazine, maybe in 1997. Oh, God. Oh, no. There we go. Wrong picture. Okay. But anyway, the picture cracks me up here. There's some more that we can look at there. Just for some fun here. Where did we put it? Here at the bottom. Boom. So here they are with their 90s tech. Garrett Wang, Harry Kim, of course, with all of his big box games and programs. I don't know what Robert Duncan McNeil is doing. He's absconding with this printer. Uh, they said, "Go ahead and just put that on your head, Robert. It'll look good." The Doctor, he looks great here with his small little tablet. It looks like Tuvok here has wrapped himself up with a modem. And we've got Neelix recording Kess here on his video cam. Belana Torres on the PC. And you've got Captain Janeway looking fine in the phone booth with her cell phone. So, wait, I think we got more on this other side too here. No, that was it. That was it. Okay. We'll leave this up there for now. Anyway, I like those pictures, and I just kind of wanted to look up some funny pictures for this Tuesday, just to add some fun to the mix. And these are some very fun pictures. And also, this is one of those things that would be like just a very fun thing to find, right? And someone out there has got this parade with these actual pictures. That would be a great thing to have. So, all right, so let's actually sit down and talk about Voyager. Let's talk about the characters a little bit more, and in no particular order here. Nope, not that one. This one. So let's start out here with Roxanne Dawes, right? I think I said that right. As B'Elanna Torres, the half human, half Klingon. We've seen half human, half Vulcan. We've seen a Klingon raised by humans, but now we've got ourselves a half human, half Klingon. So she brought to the show a lot of, what do you call it? I don't know, the duality, the fight between her two sides, was very interesting. She had a lot of fun episodes, and it was good too because, without her on the show, then you wouldn't have been able to have the kind of the Klingon presence brought in, which brought a lot of fun to the show. So, and she was just also a very great engineer, very interesting character coming out of the Maquis, and again, fighting these two aspects of herself, right? Chakotay. I'm sorry. I found this picture online and I couldn't resist. Chakotay, he gets, a lot of people like him, a lot of people don't like his character. I'm like right down the middle. I think that Robert Beltran did a great job. I think that the writing that they gave him a lot of the time was not that great. All right, look, let's get him. We'll get him. This is a funny picture. I love the small faces. They're very funny. All right, well, that's a better picture there. Anyway, I think maybe he gets a bad rap from some people because of the Native American angle that just, wasn't fleshed out or just wasn't really researched and done as well, I guess, as they could have. But I enjoyed his character. I enjoyed especially seeing how he progressed and how it played out in Prodigy. So, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. All right. The Doctor in Seven, okay? Do you guys know what episode this is from? If you know, leave a comment in the episode leave a comment in the episode below. No, you know what I mean. Anyway, this is a great episode, and this is a funny moment. The Doctor in Seven, a fantastic duo, that really kind of grew as they went on down the line. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, again, the Doctor. As I lay out my top 5, he continually shows up there. And, that's a hard thing to do, is to lay out. For me, it is a constantly shifting thing. I've been watching a lot of Voyager lately, so now my top 5 would have a lot of Voyager people popping up in it, right? The Doc was great. He could do command. He could do espionage, right? He could do a little bit of everything. So, and Robert Picardo is a fantastic. Look, watch as I stroke my beard. When I stroke it thusly, do I not appear more intelligent? I don't know if that's the line or not. Anyway, I got to stop doing that. All right, Kes. Okay, Kes. So, Kes is another one of those characters that I feel is divisive. A lot of people don't like her, and then some, people do like her, of course. And I think that it kind of stems too from not her character, but the whole, the jealousy thing that played out between Neelix and Kes and Tom Paris. And that whole angle, honestly, just really wasn't good for any of the characters. And I think when they abandoned that and they kind of moved on, things got better for everybody involved. So, anyway, this is where Kes is about to eat some bugs. You guys remember that? Tom Paris and Harry Kim, okay? What a duo, a classic kind of buddy pair that kind of plays off of each other. He's more, Harry Kim is more, by the book. Tom, of course, isn't. So their interactions throughout the show, their growth, it's great. I love it. It's one of the great all-time buddy duos in Star Trek. And again, just they brought a lot of humor to the show, which is one of the things too that I think keeps me returning to Voyager again and again. Is it does make me laugh. I think a lot more than a lot of the other Trek shows do, and this is one of the reasons why. Right, Mr. Neelix. I am a huge Neelix fan, and if you've been watching for a while, you guys know this. I love Neelix. He makes me laugh. Um, and again, his character, once he got out of this whole Kess arc, improved greatly. And, people find him grating and people find him annoying. And I think that's just kind of, that's part of the whole thing. That's Neelix, that's part of the whole character. So, he's great. I love Neelix. Always brings a smile to your face. How are you going to look at that picture right now and tell me you're not going to be smiling at Mr. Neelix, right? He makes you laugh. He makes you smile. He is, yeah, see, it's hard to say. I want to put Neelix up there in the top 5, right? No, that's not all the pictures. For whatever reason, this is an invisible picture. Um, put anyone you want there. Samantha Wildman. She's great. 7 of 9. Okay. See, now when I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, now my top 5 is completely Voyager people. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's not true. But absolutely one of my favorite characters. Her addition to the show was huge. It was, I mean, I guess a lot of people say it took attention off of the other cast members, and yes, it did. I mean, of course it did. But her story, I think, was the most intriguing out of every one of them. A Borg reclaiming her humanity. We're learning to learning with this new family, learning to be with this new family. Her growth, her relationships. God, it was just so good. And then that she came back in Picard was probably like one of the best parts of Picard, But we're not talking about Picard today, but we're talking about Seven. And don't forget, Seven is a captain of the Enterprise. Yes, I said it, Seven. You do end up being a captain of the Enterprise. Looks like she smelled something awful here. She's actually just looking over at Harry Kim. But I just wanted to find the funny faces. That's a pretty good one, right? Anyway, Voyager had a lot of special moments as well. It was during a very special time on TV where guest stars were like a big thing, right? And it's not a thing anymore. I mean, TV is different than it was 30 years ago, obviously. I mean, TV is hardly even a thing anymore, right? What is TV? It's just the thing you watch your streaming service on. But in this time, you had The Rock. The Rock, you know The Rock from wrestling and acting and whatnot. But here he was back in his olden days, back when he was still, mostly a wrestler, getting himself a shot at 7 of 9 on Voyager. This is a really cool picture, too. I've never seen this before, but I love Tom and Harry down there flexing and making faces. Chakotay's looking like a badass, and even Neelix is like, Neelix doesn't know what to think there. But, what a great time for guest stars. Jason Alex, God, I should look up a list of Voyager guest stars. That could be a whole show in itself, honestly. But, again, and it was a thing about the time, too. And you had all these like day characters, that played these different characters that changed, appeared multiple times in multiple episodes. Fantastic, And we can't not talk about Captain Janeway. And look, she doesn't even get a picture. She gets the glory of a full GIF in her tank top with her phaser rifle here, taking care of business. This is the episode where she's taking out the viruses, that are attacking the ship or whatever. So good. But anyway, again, with Janeway, I feel that people... Why is my hat really weird and crooked? Like a goof. Anyway, she's such a fantastic captain. She's able to balance getting her crew home with doing the right thing, right? Which is crazy hard. And you see that compared against Ransom in the Equinox episodes, right? But for me, I mean, she is right up there as one of the most caring captains. Like, she fully cares about each member of the crew, getting them home. But again, she will not cross the line, right? So, and it's just very, very cool. I've always kind of admired her as a character. Um, but, we Tuvok's with a T, so I think that's alphabetical. That's why he's here at the end. But let's not forget Tuvok, right? Tuvok. All right. Spock obviously is the greatest Vulcan character in Star Trek. Tuvok is got to be number two. You know, close number two. He is. Uh, Again, well, first off, Spock's not even a fully Vulcan, so Tuvok is the best fully Vulcan character in Star Trek, hands down. How about that? Uh, that's right, number one. And his relationships and his kind of, it was again just the playing of the different characters. Tuvok so deadpan, so dry, against Neelix so animated and so joyful. It's just like that they play off each other so well. It's just fantastic. Is that all of them? I think that is the end. Yep, that takes us to the end of the cast slideshow. Man, I had a cool gif in there too of Captain Janeway stabbing that virus with her friggin' knife. I don't know where that went though, but that's fine. Uh, we'll put that away for now. We'll go back up to the 1990s. Actually, tell you what, let's switch over here and talk about a few specific episodes. Where do we go? We go here. Boom! Okay. So here we are at the Tier Maker website here, right? And we're going to be looking at some specific episodes. And basically, I just want to pick out a few of my favorites. And then hopefully you guys can get excited and you can be like, oh, hey, Josh, I'm going to tell you about my favorites in the comments below, right? And then we'll all talk about Voyager, and it'll be great. It's kind of sound like Mitch Hedberg there. Now, boy, this is harder than I thought it would be, because looking at this, there are a lot to choose from. But here we go. Let's just start here and pick out a very, very easy one here. All right. Equinox. Okay, let's put Equinox right up here just to talk about it for a minute. Equinox is a two-part episode where the Voyager kind of meets its counterpart, right? The Equinox by Captain Ransom has been also pulled into the Delta Quadrant, but they take a completely different tact, and they have to. They're basically kind of like experimenting on these aliens to get done what they want to get done to get back, right? So, I mean, that's just a fantastic episode. There are a ton of really good two-parters in Voyager. Scorpion Part 1 and 2, where we get to meet Seven of Nine, and, her transition to the Voyager crew and how all that goes down. Okay, people give this one a lot of a really hard time. Tuvix, right? But that was such a what a great moral dilemma episode, right? Like for real, like what would you do in that situation? Oh my gosh. There was an episode that I was watching that was on just the other day. I think it was yesterday when I was folding some laundry. And I don't think I'll be able to find it here. But it was the episode where the doctor had made himself a holographic family, right? And I had probably seen it at some point, and I'd completely forgotten about it. But that was such like a deep episode too. And at the end, where he had to like go back and watch his holographic daughter die, just there was such a range of episodes. And again, that's a product of the time. That's a product of how TV was back then. You had so many episodes in a season, so you could have this holodeck filler episode, and you could have this, silly doctor episode. Oh my God! Speaking of great two-parters here, what the heck is this? Here, let's go back. Go back. Sorry. The year. Oh, jeez, what am I doing? What am I doing? I can't move that from over there. I have to move it from over here. The Year of Hell two-parter. The Voyager going through, fighting against the Krenim time ship. And again, another great guest star, Red Foreman. I can't think of his real name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I should have did some more research before I started looking at this giant pile of Voyager episodes. But I think that we're getting a pretty decent idea here of what we're looking at. And again, I can't pick it out, but let's talk about some of the other ones that I really, really like. The episode with the planet that is spinning super duper fast, and Voyager gets caught in their gravitational pull, right? So their whole history, Voyager's been up in the sky. The sky ship episode. That's a fantastic episode. The Bride of Chaotica stuff. I love all the black and white on the holodeck. I think that was so well done. All right, now we're just dragging on here. Anyway, there's a million good episodes to talk about, and I could go on for forever, but we're at our 20-minute mark, and that's usually when I want to start wrapping these things up, right? I might want to do some more card opening later, too. Oh, dude, I want some more Voyager cards now. All right, anyway. Lots of great episodes. Lots of great characters. Lots of great moments. Star Trek Voyager, moving my camera, is, it might be my favorite Star Trek show. It's such a hard thing to say, but it might be my favorite. It's like TNG and Voyager are in a race, and they're neck and neck. They're neck and neck. They're back and forth. TNG has this very special place in my heart that it always will have, but then Voyager, again, is it also does. Star Trek does. All of it does. You do. Anyway. Thanks for hanging out and talking about Voyager. Again, let me know what did you like best about Voyager? Who was your favorite character? Let's talk about it in the comments below, and then then we'll come back maybe next week or something and touch on it some more. Oh man, and I want more Voyager toys. I decided that's my chase now. I want to find a freaking Captain Janeway in a box. That would be so cool. That's really hard to find, but that would be so cool. Anyway, let's not get crazy. Thanks for tuning in for another Warp Tuesday, the Voyager edition. As always, my friends, live long and prosper. We'll see you guys in the next one. Good night.